What's going on, guys? What's going on? I'm Jaye the Black. Salute to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about this story that broke last night on social media. A 22-year-old singer by the name of Maria De La Rosa. She lost her life because she was ambushed in a targeted shooting in Los Angeles. They describe the area as supposedly a gang infested area. She was sitting in the car. Apparently, there were two others that were injured. So it's not clear whether those two people were in the car or near the car. But they said that she was alone at 1:30 in the morning. I've told y'all this. Nothing good happens, at 2 a.m. or 1:30 a.m. This is sad because she was an aspiring singer and not much is known about her. Not too many people know of her, but there are people who do know of her and they are mourning. Now, you look on her social media following, she doesn't have a big social media following. But this is getting crazy because you don't see these types of, incidences happening too much in America. I mean, it happens. I'm not saying it doesn't. But this is what you see in South America. There are numerous stories recently of young women in South America, I believe Mexico as well, who were ambushed and their lives were taken. There was a female who lost her life on a TikTok live stream by hitmen. There was another who lost her life in a similar fashion. What is going on out here? That's why I say these types of situations don't really happen. This is one of the stories here. You usually see this happen in Mexico and some of these other South American countries. You don't see women being ambushed like this in America. You just don't. I mean, it happens, but not to this degree to where it was so targeted that even the police who don't have much information knew from everything they knew and saw from the incident. I believe they may have had video evidence of it because they said it was two men. This was another hit. Now we got to ask ourselves the question, who made the order, right? Who ordered the hit? And that's going to be tough because, she probably was around some very unsavory people. You don't get targeted like this unless it's a bitter ex or an enemy of a man that you're dealing with. Now, there was a young lady in New York, I believe, that was targeted in a similar fashion. She was connected to 6ix9ine and she lost her life. People are saying due to who she affiliates with. These women have got to be careful because just because you're a woman does not absolve you from becoming an enemy of his ops. See, these people don't care anymore. You see, there was a time where women weren't targeted. Women and children were not targeted in beefs. But now these dudes don't care no more. Anybody associated with their ops loses their life. And again, you look at the type of lifestyle that, she showcased on her Instagram. Somebody's financially supporting her. Is she dealing with people who are deep in the drug game? We don't know yet. But for this to happen on American soil like this isn't something that happens a lot that gets blown up in the media like this story has. But this is something that you see in Mexico and Colombia. These are stories that you hear about. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that she's associating with very unsavory people. Let's get into this article. The Los Angeles Police Department is investigating the death of a 22-year-old singer who was struck and lost her life during a reported ambush. Authorities have identified the victim as singer Maria De La Rosa, who released music under the name De La Rosa. Police have not shared a motive or made any arrests, but are investigating the crime. The 22-year-old was struck and killed during a reported ambush-style murder. Singer Maria De La Rosa, who released music under the name De La Rosa, was identified as one of 3 victims involved in the fatal incident, which occurred on Saturday November 22nd. The Los Angeles Police Department said in a press release, at approximately 1:25 a.m. local time, police received reports of gunfire near the Bryant Street east of Tampa Avenue in Northridge. Witnesses described seeing two male suspects approach a vehicle that was parked on Bryant Street before multiple rounds were fired into the vehicle, according to the press release. De La Rosa sustained wounds and later succumbed to her injuries at a local hospital, police said. The two other victims were said to be in critical condition Saturday morning, so they obviously must have been in the car as well. Were they the ones who were the targets? Police have not made any arrests, and the motive remains unclear. In her final Instagram post dated October 30th, De La Rosa teased new music. This is for the people who speak Spanish. Y'all probably know what's going on here. Caption the post in Spanish, which translates to busy cooking in the stew. Don't call me, it's about that time. De La Rosa released her final song in August, since news of her death tributes have poured in on social media. As others grieve the aspiring star, one woman named, Jaye De La Rosa, who appeared to be a relative of the deceased, reshared multiple messages via the late singer's Instagram stories. In one of the messages, Devin Christensen, who wrote that he met De La Rosa at a gym about 9 to 10 years ago, then he had absolutely nothing, said the singer saw his potential and helped him find an agency to jumpstart his career. I couldn't be thankful enough to have met her at the time when I was at my lowest, he wrote. Fast forward years later, and just 2 days ago on my IG, I saw that there had been an unfortunate shooting taking the life of a 22-year-old woman, and it was not too far from me. I didn't put two and two together. Come to find out by one of my partners that it was Diana's daughter, Maria. Christensen said. He continued, I'm truly sorry for your loss. God has received an angel. I remember how much you would talk about her future and how proud of her you were. In this time, I ask for all of you to pray for her and the family. No words can ever express the type of loss and pain. God, I ask you to lay your hands on this family and guide them through peace. Well, it's a troubling story. I'm going to get to this too. This particular guy, he posted this video, and let's take a look at it.
In what authorities are saying was an ambush-style shooting has been identified as a Latin musician. On Saturday, November 22nd, 2025, just before 1:30 a.m., authorities responded to a shooting that occurred on Bryant Street, east of Tampa Avenue in Los Angeles, California. Witnesses described seeing two male unknown suspects approach a parked vehicle on Bryant Street when multiple rounds were fired at several victims who were inside of that parked car. Authorities say that there were 3 people in that vehicle, all of whom were fired at and hit. 2 of them were brought to a hospital in critical condition. 1 of them passed away due to their injuries right away. During the initial stage of the investigation, authorities identified the victim who passed away as a 20-year-old woman. However, that information evolved into them identifying her as 22-year-old Maria De La Rosa, who is a Latin musician who goes by the stage name De La Rosa. Right now, authorities are saying that the motive is unclear, though they are leaning toward thinking that this was gang-related violence. They say that no arrests have been made and they do not have their suspects identified at this time. Authorities are asking that if you have any information pertaining to this case, to contact them immediately. You can call LAPD. Their number will be in the description.
And I don't know if y'all can see it. Maybe y'all can. His video that he shared this information. Let me say this. It don't matter who she was around. She doesn't deserve to lose her life. I will say that. But a lot of times, if you are associated with certain people, you will become a target. That's just how the streets are now. Doesn't mean it's right, but that's just what's going to happen. And unfortunately, women who are connected to certain type of people or certain type of groups are targeted now. See, women I think for a long time, the reason why they would hang around gang members or they would hang around, drug dealers is because they didn't think they would be targets. But now it's totally different. You are a target. So hopefully a lot of these women understand that you are guilty by your associations in the streets. So if you're associated with somebody, you're guilty by association. Now, again, this is all representative of the information that we have. More information can come out where she wasn't associated with certain people. But looking at this right now and the police saying that this was a targeted hit lets me know that she was associated with certain people who had ops, and they tracked her down and they took her life. There were other people who were around. Maybe they were the targets, but from what police are saying, she may have been the target. They don't care about, the street. There's no more street code. The street code been gone. So hopefully women understand this. You're not immune to violence. So when you're around certain people, you will become a target. They don't care anymore. They don't care that you're a woman. They don't care about that. They see you as an op. If you're around their ops, they see you as ops. So rest up to her. Rest easy to her. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I'll see y'all next one.